Hi guys, it's me Helena. Welcome back to my channel. I hope you're having the most magical day. I am so excited to be sharing with you guys my top 10 things that I wish I knew. These are just life lessons, basic things that I have really ingrained and learned over the past few years, and I hope that it inspires or uplifts you to take what works for you. Okay, let's get into it. Number 1, acceptance is the gateway to peace. I think that one of the ways that a lot of us are suffering in life is because we're very reactive beings. Neutrality comes when we are non-attached. And there is a huge difference between being non-attached and being detached. Detachment indicates withdrawal. It's you bringing yourself back in and being indifferent. Like when we become detached, it's because we're trying to protect ourselves from getting attached to something in our lives. And it cuts you off from that feeling of connection. That's not where we want to go. And I think a lot of people confuse detachment with non-attachment. Non-attached to anything in form, because I've learned that people come and they go in our lives, and we can love and appreciate the people that we have in our lives now and know that it's possible they may leave, and that's okay. And it's even with death, right? Everyone's going to be gone. Everyone's going to leave us. And so how can we remain peaceful and neutral and non-attached to things so that we can remain whole and not feel like there's this gaping hole in our lives, this missing piece in our lives if something disappears or if something goes away? Can we remain steady and neutral and accepting and loving all that is? All right, so this next tip is all about relationships and respecting and relating to other people. And it is honor the specificity of someone else's need to share. One of the worst things I think we can cultivate when we are relating to other people is constantly assuming that we know what they're talking about. I read somewhere once that the highest chance of failure to empathize with someone is when you have the same experience as them. So what are some tips that we can combat this with? The first is to listen. Just be silent and listen to them. Don't automatically start thinking of your own story or your own things that you want to tell them. Just silent the mind and just listen. Take them for what they are. Can you listen to someone without needing to project your own experience onto them? The second thing is just ask the right questions. How did you feel about that? What did you experience? Oh wow, did that bother you? Start asking questions to go deeper and to learn more about the person you're talking with. And then the third thing is just don't feel the need to have to relate and share your own story with them. We can fully understand the emotion that someone is experiencing and not understand the experience that someone went through. If someone went through a really hard time, we can understand the emotion, the root emotion of what that person is experiencing. We can empathize with that emotion. But we may not understand the experience. And so in those instances, it's really important not to share our own story or just talk over them instead of really listening to what they have to say and not projecting our own experiences and projections onto them. Just let them be where they are and just listen and be there for them. That is truly one of the best things we can do to cultivate deeper relationships.
My next tip that I wish I knew years ago is that not everyone is gonna like you, and that's a good thing. Embrace polarization. Embrace repelling those who just don't get you, and embrace attracting the few that do. You can go on living your whole life trying to be someone you're not. You can go on your entire life trying to please people and to be likable. But honesty and integrity is far more important. And it's actually a lot easier to just be yourself in life. To just be you and repel anyone who doesn't get it. This is so important, and it's something I wish I knew 10 years ago. Can you be still and silent enough to listen to the wisdom of your inner voice? In that stillness and silence, we know things. It's the answer to all of our problems. We don't need to take more classes or read more books. So much of these things are actually distractions. It's like we distract ourselves from actually listening. But the answer to anything in life is simply to get quiet enough to hear what your inner guidance system has to say. It's really that simple. But it's challenging because this requires that we trust ourselves. And no book can help us get there. No amount of learning will ever help us on our journey until we actually get comfortable listening and trusting our inner voice. Look within. You are your own guide. You are your own guru.
So often I hear people tell me that it's surprising that I have learned and integrated a lot of mindfulness practices in my own life at such a young age. But the reason for that is quite simple: meditation and mindfulness. When I was 21, I began centering my days around meditation after a very stressful past few years of burnout and being a workaholic in New York. I used meditation apps to help me reconnect with myself and my inner voice again. One of the things I struggle with is getting triggered by sudden loud noises, big cities, angry people. And if left unchecked, I can be quite reactive, which is why I personally do guided meditations and silent meditation every morning and evening before I go to sleep and when I wake up. I've been finding the Aura app, which is a sleep and mindfulness meditation app, to be very helpful on my journey of not getting triggered so easily. It's like Spotify for the mind and soul. There's so many meditation tracks to choose from. I'm quite picky about the tone of a person's voice when listening to a guided meditation. And so I really love that there is so much variety and personalization on Aura. There are hundreds of storytellers that create meditations, so it's not a one-size-fits-all like other apps I have tried in the past. Whether you're looking for meditations around sleep, anxiety, stress, gratitude, or even motivation, there are thousands of meditation tracks to choose from, and you can start using it completely free on Aura's website using my special link in the description. I have been loving the meditations that help reduce anger as well as stress, two of the things that I can really struggle with if I'm not in full alignment. I hope you enjoy using Aura as much as I have been.
This sounds really hard, and in some ways it is, but it's something that has dramatically altered my life and the way I view life and people, and it's also made me a significantly happier person. And it is letting go of judgment toward others. Like, literally stop being judgmental. Let people believe what they want to believe. Even if you don't agree. Even if you think their beliefs are dumb. Still make space for other people to just live and celebrate their values. Just as I don't judge other people for living different lifestyles or believing in different things, and just as I don't force others to see my perspective, I expect the same from other people. This goes for big things like religion and politics, but also smaller things, like personal preferences. I think the biggest way to repel someone or to make someone unhappy is to tell others what to believe, or what values are better, or what religion is better, or what they need to believe. Because we're telling them that we know what's best. We're telling them that our inner voice is better than theirs, that we know the right path toward life, that we know the right path in living. Where is the humility in that? Where is the tolerance? Where is the acceptance? The non-judgment? the easiest way we can do this is A, to stop taking life so seriously, and B, to accept others as who they are, without the need to put our own projections onto them. I do this by ignoring those who tell me what to do. I realized a few years ago that there's actually no need to fight back. There's no need to justify yourself or defend yourself or explain. Just ignore them and stay true to yourself.
This is a big one. It's something I've learned a long time ago, and it's something I continuously have to remind myself of. It's achievements and things do not bring happiness. No amount of growth or achievement or money or anything, beautiful things, increase happiness. Sure, we're happy in that moment when we get it, but that feeling of excitement, it wears off. And we move on and we look for the next thing to get. The only antidote to this is presence. To remind ourselves to go back within ourselves for joy. To go back to listen to our beating heart, to listen to the air, the breath in our lungs, to meditate. To be appreciative of what is here in front of us right now. There's the 3 levels of success. There's having, doing, and being. You can have all the amazing things that you want in your life. You can have the house, the car, everything. You can do all the things. You can check off the goals, the accomplishments. It brings happiness in the short term, but it does not last. Can we go to the being level? Being content, being fulfilled with what is here right now. And this requires us to know our values. And I made a video on this a long time ago. I'll include it down below. I've written blog posts on this. My whole ebook talks about this if you'd like to get my ebook. Joy is presence. It's being so fully present that nothing else exists except the here and now. There's no future, there's no past, it's just presence. But the other secret to that is values. Can you embody your values given whatever circumstances are in your life, whatever's happening in your life right now? Can you still choose to embody your values in the present moment? Know your values and remember that happiness does not come from having or doing things. It comes from being present and living in total truth with your values, given whatever's happening in your life. That's it for today's video. Thank you so much for tuning in, guys. These are the top things that I wish I knew sooner in my life, things that have really helped me, mindset shifts that have really opened me up and like woken me up to reality, things that just really helped me. I hope they have helped you or inspired or uplifted you. Please feel free to let me know down below in the comments if you have any life wisdom, any things that you've learned in life that have really helped you. I would love to hear it, and I know many others would like to hear it down below as well in the comments. You guys are so wonderful. Love this community so much. Your comments mean the world to me. I am sending you such a big hug. I hope you have a magical day, and I will see you next time here on the channel. Bye.